Happy New Year. Oh,
We're going to let this be an opportunity for you to think about what you want to do, how you're going to feel good in 2014. This is my theme music. I suggest you pick one of your own. Feel free to share mine as well.
all right.
But go through the next year feeling good. We're going to talk about 5 steps for moving in 2014. Y'all ready?
We ready?
Woo! Can I get a woohoo?
Woo!
All right. Well, I want to start off by saying first, thank you so much for coming out and sharing my birthday with me and just letting me be a part of this day, or letting you be a part of this day, all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm excited because the world is happening. Hey, Ron. So it's just, I'm excited about the things that are coming up for me. And how I came to Speech Crawl is, well, one, it just came to me. But the idea of it is, it has turned into a literal visual board. So think about that. What's happening, what I'm doing right now in the next 2 hours are my top 3 goals for 2014, which is to speak publicly, to move from Gardena to Culver City, and to finish my next book. So I'm giving a book away. I got to give you a ticket.
Right.
So those are my top 3. There's other goals going on in there, but those are the top 3. And I suggest that you think about your top 3 goals that you want to accomplish this year. There's other stuff too that of course you want to do, but focus on the big 3. So the first step to doing that is this. Step number 1, your truth. Get in touch with your truth. I've had 1 whole year off of work to get in touch with my truth, and let me tell you, it has been very eye-opening. Very, very eye-opening. When I think about your truth, I think about the last scene in The Wizard of Oz when she goes back to black and white and she says, she's talking about why she wanted to come back home and how they all sent her home, and she says, if I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I'll never look further than my own backyard, because if it isn't there, I never lost it to begin with. Your heart's desire is right here. You never leave it. It's always with you. It's just we get busy. We move around and we get caught up in stuff, and we forget to have as much fun as we did as we were kids. Remember being a kid? Remember how you used to dream big then? Man, I mean, I was going to be the next Whitney Houston. That's pretty big, you know? Right, that's kind of big. But we forget. So go into your truth, and what I did in doing that is I faced the beast. You guys know what Face the Beast is? Does anybody have an idea? What comes to mind when I say face the beast? What do you think of?
Obstacles.
Yourself.
Obstacles, yourself. Ding, 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 ding.
Right.
Who's your worst critic?
You.
Always. Face the beast, which is your nugget for the first step. Face the beast. Just deal with it. Be honest with yourself, if nobody else. You don't have to share your truth with anybody, but until you accept what's really true for you, you will never ever move forward. I accepted the fact that yes, I am lazy. I never want to work a day in my life if I didn't have to.
Yay!
Yes, right? Never. I don't want to do it. I can't stand it. But do I do it? Absolutely. And actually, after coming to that truth, I realized, I need to get a job. And I did. A good one, too, actually. Right, I got a real good one. But it wasn't until I admitted that I don't want it that I realized the benefit of it and what it can actually do for me instead of against me. So with that first step, I want you to take this time, and as we go through the day, as we add on the steps, be thinking about how they apply to your life, how you can add them to your daily routine, and how you can move forward. Because the first step is being true to you. So what's the first step?
Be true to you.
Yeah, your truth.
Right, your truth.
Yeah.
And what's the nugget?
Yourself.
Face the beast.
Yourself. Face the beast.
Face the
yeah.
beast. That's it.
All right.
So we're going to wrap it up. Let's see how we're doing on time. Right, I did that pretty quick. But since we're getting started late, we're going to move forward because I need to get to the next stop just in case there are people that are coming in between.
All right.
So, how do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about your truth?
Feel great about it.
Great about it.
What about it?
How you going to use that? Just shout out some stuff.
Just gonna-
Face the beast.
Yeah, just like you said, right.
be honest with
Evaluate
you?
myself. Yeah, be honest with
You
myself.
promise?
About me.
Okay. Coolness. Life. In life, there's going to be stuff in between that you can either contribute to help somebody else or that is there for you. So be aware. The great thing awareness does, is your nugget for awareness, is it takes the fear away. It takes all the fear away. Does anybody, what does fear stand for? Anybody know what fear stands for?
False evidence appearing real.
That's one definition of it. Does anybody know another one? Because I hear that one a lot, but I like this other one because I got it from a movie and I thought it was really cool. So the other one is forget everything and run. I love it. He actually used the F word. I'm cleaning it up, but just to let you know, that's not what it said in the movie. But forget works too. Forget everything and run. And that's what we do when we're afraid. We forget everything and just run. Don't do that. Do our nugget from number 1, which is
Face the beast.
Face the beast.
face the beast. And once you do that, then your awareness is on. And you won't run anymore.
So you won't have fear.
You
Yeah,
won't have
great.
fear.
Fear is forward looking.
It's forward looking, exactly, because you're aware of the reality of the situation. You
Yeah,
know, especially
forward.
as we get older, we know that when we put our hand in fire, it burns. So we don't do that. We know that if we don't work, we don't earn money. Ergo, we might not eat or could get evicted. We know the consequences of things that we do. So once you are aware, then there's no fear because you already know the outcome. And that's why if you jump off a bridge with no support, you're probably it's going to hurt down there. Wherever you land, be it hard or water, it's probably going to hurt one way or the other. Just because we know that, just from living. So live in the awareness and walk around and just observe how things are unfolding for you. Just see how things are happening for you, because once you actually walk in that awareness, the things you need and the things you want will just automatically come to you because you'll be thinking it. You'll be in the zone. You'll be in the now, and you'll ask for what you need, whether you know it or not, and it'll just show up and you'll be like, I was thinking about that and I needed that. Just like the speaker box. I had planned this. I had no idea. I had priced all these systems and all of that. I was fully prepared to go $200 into my pocket that is not in the budget. What happens at Christmas? My uncle, not knowing any of this, just gives us all speakers. What? Stop it. I asked for what I needed. I still did the work though, because that's the other piece. Don't forget, you still have to do the work. I still did the work of trying to solve the problem myself. But then it just when I just accepted this is how things are going to go, I'm doing this is what I want, blah, 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 it just came to me.
Like a puzzle.
Like a puzzle. Exactly. So live in that awareness. Be present. With technology and everything, we are finding it so hard to just be present. Our nieces and nephews and kids are growing up without us. We're missing it. We don't know what's happening. Next thing you know, they're gone. Life is short. Feels long, I know. Some days it feels real long. But life is short. So enjoy it and be aware in the present. I have ADD. I've never been diagnosed with it. That's just what I say. Why? Actually, I should change that, because what I really have is shiny ball syndrome. It's like, ooh, shiny ball, ooh, shiny ball, ooh, shiny ball, ooh, shiny ball. It's crazy.
Like a cat.
It is. It's ridiculous because I'll get an idea in my head and I'll start working on it. And then it's like, oh, that's a great idea too. And then off I go. But even simple things. Like, do you ever go in your house and you go to your purse or you go to your room for your keys, but you remember that you didn't put something away, so you go off and you put it away, and then you don't remember why you went over here, and then you go in there and you're like, I came in here for something. Oh yeah, but then while you're reaching for your keys, you see that the bed is unmade or something is off the side. So you go and you straighten that, and then you turn around, and then you go into someplace else, and you still haven't gotten it. What you went in there for? Shiny ball syndrome. Don't deviate at all. Stay on path. And how you relate that to what we're talking about today is your goals. And we'll talk about goals in the last stop, I think. But when you make a plan, and that's why I talked about from the very beginning, your top 3. We all have lots of things we want to accomplish because we're all very active people. But you have to focus on one thing at a time. Multitasking, let me just help you guys out. Multitasking does not exist.
I was about to say that.
It doesn't. As human beings, we can do one thing at a time. Now, yes, you can have different things started, but you can only do one thing at a time. So focus. Plan. And don't deviate from the plan, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to share that plan with someone, and someone's going to have a brilliant idea on how you can make it better, on how you can do this and do that and do the other. And you're going to go, yeah, that's a great idea. And sometimes, for those of us who are people pleasers, we're going to try to accommodate that because we don't want to hurt their feelings, and we know they're just trying to be helpful. So we're going to include that in the plan. Okay, but that wasn't your initial vision. So by including this other person's input, it's kind of taking you off, away from that initial vision. And you find yourself over here, and you're like, now, okay, how did I get off track? I'm behind now, or I'm over budget now, or I'm in the wrong place now. Because you let that other helpful input, but it wasn't part of your plan. It wasn't part of your vision. Don't deviate. Good, better, and different, because here's the truth. It might fail. That's the reality. It might. But if you deviate, you won't get the lesson of what doesn't work, because you're in too many different places. You won't know what made it fail because you went off of your initial plan. So by sticking to your plan, you will learn what works and what doesn't. So don't deviate, which is also the nugget for this one. And we're going to demonstrate that. So for those of you who are not recording, which by the way, thank you so much for doing that, I need your hands. I have
Books.
a hula hoop. I need the other 3 people. So I need David, Michael.
You need somebody that can fit in the hula hoop.
No. I actually just need your finger.
All right.
Thank you. I need your finger, and just one finger. Okay. So now, and try and make it as even, try and get it all as even as possible. Okay. So the hula hoop is your plan. And each piece is very important to keeping that plan steady and even. And for the sake of discussion, we'll say that you're personal, you're professional, and you're financial and spiritual. We'll lump you into 2 because I need it 4, so we'll do it with 3. Okay? So, you're so busy. I said you're personal, right? You're so busy professionally. Now, you can't, just one finger. That's it. That's it. One finger. You're so busy working on your profession, and your personal drops out. What happens?
Oh, you come unbalanced.
You come unbalanced.
Somebody got to compensate.
That's right. Somebody else, one of your other sides, has to compensate. So that means you either have to work harder, and your money's going to get weird, or your spiritual balance is going to go off. But then you realize that, and you go, okay, I need to focus more on my personal life, because I'm missing my kids, I'm missing my this, that, and the other thing. So you start leaving work early. This is good. And you're like, okay, but now your boss is going, well, you used to be here like 60 hours, and we miss you. We need you at least 50. What's going on? I can't take it. So now you're like, okay, well, I need my job, so I can't let that suffer. So, but you're still trying to be fair to the kids and all of that. And even though the money piece of this is doing okay because you're working hard and you're having fun with your kids, but the spiritual piece, your insides, you're tired and you're frustrated, you're angry because you're still not doing your passion. You have to, you gotta do that?
Yeah,
Great.
that was awesome.
So by doing it, by noticing, by being present, by being aware, by staying focused, by staying firm in the plan, you keep that balance. And no one area has to work extra hard, because if you stay on the plan, then the money will go where the money's supposed to go. You'll put the savings away because that was in the plan. You'll have scheduled, and those of you who've heard other speeches of mine, you will have scheduled the fun with your kids and with the family and with your girlfriends and with your boyfriends and all that. You'll schedule the personal life. And work will be work. You'll be able to dedicate that time, and you'll also know how to bring some home so that you're in the presence with your family, but you're still getting the work done and you're still keeping those obligations healthy and firm and running and flowing without any of them really getting interrupted. And by doing that, it'll flow so smoothly that the channels will be clear and you'll be aware. So then all that creativity of the stuff you love, all your passions, will start to bubble up again. Because you won't be stressing about this part or that part or that part. It'll all be taken care of. So that means it'll have a free, fluid channel for the creativity to go. And that's when your passions will start to come out. And you'll be reminded of the stuff that you love and the things that keep you going just as an individual, because we have our mates and we have our jobs and our relationships, but at the end of the day, we're still an individual. Yeah. So what's step number 1?
Know yourself.
Know your truth.
Know your
Know your
truth.
truth.
And what's the nugget with that one?
Face the beast.
Face the beast. Number 2, what's step number 2?
What's wrong with our minds?
That's why we do this. That's why we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness.
There it is. Ding, 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 ding. Be aware. Be present.
Be present. In
Be
the
aware.
know.
Be present. And what's the nugget on that one?
Don't deviate.
No.
That's the next one. What's
Face the fear.
No,
fear is
that's
in there, but what does
personal.
awareness do to the fear?
It takes it away.
It takes it away. So that's the nugget for number 2.
Run from the fear.
When you're in the awareness, your awareness gets rid of the fear.
Fear.
And step number 3 is
Don't deviate.
don't deviate.
Don't deviate.
Stand
Stand
firm.
Stand firm.
Don't
is the,
deviate.
And deviate is the
Is the nugget.
nugget.
Now go
Absolutely.
through 1 and 3
Stand
again.
firm.
Go through them again.
Okay, I'll go through them again.
Yeah.
Step number 1, your
Your
truth.
Know your truth.
And the nugget is face the beast.
Face the
Face the beast.
It's face the beast. And who's the beast?
You.
You are the beast, absolutely. Step number 2 is be aware.
Be
Be
aware.
present and be in your awareness.
Run from fear.
And the nugget, well, no, don't run from fear. The nugget in that is when you are living in your awareness, it takes away the fear. The fear doesn't
Takes
exist
away
anymore.
the
It's not
fear.
even there.
All right.
So your awareness gets rid of the fear. And step number 3,
Stand firm.
Stand firm.
stand firm.
Don't deviate.
And
deviate.
the nugget is don't deviate. All right, but we're going to deviate right now on to step number 4.
All
All right, we'll see you there.
Okay.
Oh, wait. So what's step number 1?
Know your truth.
Truth.
Your truth. Absolutely. What's the nugget?
Face the
Face the
beast.
beast.
I'll help you with that. I'll help you. For those who haven't been there. Step number 1.
Your
Your
truth.
truth.
Your truth. And the nugget is
Face the beast.
face the beast. All right. Step number 2 is
Awareness.
Awareness.
It takes away the fear.
absolutely. And your awareness takes away the fear.
That's right.
Absolutely. And number 3 is
Bam.
Stand firm.
Stand firm.
stand firm.
Don't
Right.
deviate.
Don't deviate.
Don't deviate. That's right.
Right.
Stand firm. Don't deviate. And that is first 3 steps to forward movement. So now once you're doing that, you're coasting. Not really though, because you still got a whole bunch of stuff going on in your head. But you're probably so focused and so just into everything because this is when things start to percolate. This is when things are starting to come to you and you're starting to get excited because you're starting to see things unfold. And there might still be bumps in the road and you might start to go, oh man, I don't know what to do, what's going on? That brings us to step number 4. Honor your roots. Now what comes to mind when I say that though? Honor your roots when I say that. What comes to mind?
Honor who you are.
Honor who you are. Family.
Just what you originated. Where it
Your
all
goals?
came from.
There it is.
Your goals?
Your goals, but where it originated from. It's not, in this case, in this particular situation of the 5 steps, it's not so much your heritage and where you come from there, but where you come from in your journey, in your growth, in your moving to that next level, that next step. So don't forget that part, because on those moments when you feel like it's not moving, or when you have just decided to stop and take a breather and there just is no movement, it's easy to forget how all the successes that have already happened. And you've had successes. Let me tell you something, with a goal, just grabbing a pen, that's a success. It seems small, it seems minor, it doesn't seem like it matters to anybody else. But you haven't written a word, but you actively grabbed a pen to write down that goal. So you started on that journey. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be this big, huge thing that you've done. And it's also not always obvious, and it's not always for you. That's the other piece. Sometimes in your journey, your lesson is going to come from what you see from other people. Or it's going to reaffirm something you did. I was looking through some of my old tweets, which I meant to say we should be tweeting on the way, and I forgot to, so that's all good. But I was going through some of my old tweets, and I came across the lady that years ago just really affirmed to me why I am doing what I'm doing. And it was a lady that sent me an email saying that she came across my old radio show on Voice America. And by listening to that radio show, it helped her have the courage to leave an abusive marriage. And the first time I read it, I was just blown. I was floored. I just burst into tears because I'm like, wow, this isn't a friend or a family member that I already know. This is someone, and she lives in Canada. I didn't know that either. This is someone I don't even know. She's not even in my immediate circle. But I changed her life. I mean, I just in what I had to say, just my opinion of stuff, gave her the courage to change her whole life. And I actually reached out to her and I told her that. I said, I was looking through old tweets and I came across you. I hope you're still flying with those beautiful wings that you found. And she was like, oh, wow, it was so great to hear from you. And so just remembering where the journey started can also give you new life. It can also help you go, yes, that is why I'm doing this. Let me do something else now. I've had my rest. I'm good. I'm ready to go. You can breathe that new life and that momentum back into whatever you're doing, because there's always going to be challenges. With the previous step of stand firm, think about newscasters that are reporting in a storm or a hurricane or even an earthquake. They will duck under a table, but they are still reporting what is happening around them.
I like that.
I'm under the table, but the windows are rattling and I hear things crumbling, but I'm okay. They don't stop. They don't deviate. This is the goal. This is the plan. And this is what's going to happen in your plan and in your life and in your goals. You're going to hit stuff that's going to be like, man, whoa, hey, what? You just got to duck and move, duck and weave. Be like, okay, I got it. And just keep on pushing. Because that's life. That's the part they don't tell us. They don't tell us that part. Life is great and wonderful, and if you just do this, then this will happen. Yeah, kinda, sorta. Not exactly always. So you have to make it happen for you. You have to make it work for you. And that's the other thing. The same thing that works for this one isn't going to work for that one. Your truth isn't going to be your truth. And so you have to find that journey that is specially yours and stay on it and live in that. So in step 4 of honoring your roots, celebrate your progress. That's the nugget for step number 4. Celebrate your progress with no judgment. And I say that because of this. How many times, and men and women do it, how many times have you gotten into your progress and you're doing real good, you're feeling real good about yourself? And so today, you're ready to go out and you're sporting a suit you haven't worn in a while, or an outfit you haven't seen, and you flossing in the mirror and you look good. You're feeling good today. Walk out into the world, someone sees how wonderful you are and they pay you a compliment. And you go, thank you, but yeah, this is old. I've had this forever, and I've had this. You were already in it. You were feeling yourself. Just say thank you. No judgment at all. Just say thank you. Enjoy that goodness that came to you, because they're also seeing what you started off with. You kind of deviated there once you got that compliment. Stay in that. Being boastful, again, isn't selfish. It's not against the rules. You have to sometimes toot your own horn, because guess what? All of us have our own special gift. We are all awesome and amazing, fabulous and fantastic every single day. It doesn't matter what's happening. The sky could be falling, but you are awesome and amazing, fabulous and fantastic. And that's it. So everything else that happens, you're going to work it out. And as we get older, we learn that it always works out. It always does. Every single thing is temporary. Everything. So cheer yourself on, toot your own horn a little bit, celebrate the progress you've made. And don't make it have to be huge and gigantic. Don't start that plan at the beginning of the year, the beginning of the week, or the beginning of the month because it's the start. Start today. Start it right now. It doesn't have to be the start of nothing, except right now. So again, and what step is that as far as being present? Number 2, be present. So start it right now. You don't have to wait for anything. The time frame is still going to be the same. So start it today. Just start counting from here. So celebrate all of that and no judgment, especially on you. Love you. If nobody else will, you gotta. Because if you don't, nobody else will know how to. They won't know how. People look at me and I always talk about self-care and all the things I do for me. You know, I love me. I sent myself flowers on my 1-month anniversary at work. And even attached a card like it was from somebody else. And I said, from me to me. That's right. Years ago, I did the same thing with cookies, and I did it in French. Did the card in French. Yeah.
Oui, oui, baby.
That's right.
Oui, oui.
You know?
Cookie.
Don't wait
Good cookie.
for some. That's it. Those are some good. Aren't they good cookies?
You
don't have to
By
need a
design, by the way.
compliment,
Let me
right?
just tell you, those some good. That's good stuff. But don't wait for somebody else. You listen to people complain because Valentine's Day is next. Is the next thing that's coming up. You're gonna hear people. I don't have nobody to send me no flowers. I don't have nobody. Send them to yourself. You love you, right? I love me.
Good.
And you better know I'm getting me some flowers on Valentine's Day.
Good.
For reals.
I love it.
So just be good to you. And that's an expense. You don't always have to spend money. Just sit and watch your favorite show. Go to the park. Do nothing. Read a book. Go sit by the beach. But be good to you. Feed and nurture yourself. Because when you do that, those steps come just that much easier because you have the energy. You're excited. And you don't get tired. That's the other thing. When you're excited and when things are moving, you don't actually get tired. I mean, you do have to rest. But you don't get tired. You don't, because you're excited about that next step. That next step, the next step after that. And in sharing it. So keep on moving with it. So celebrate where you started. And we're going to celebrate our last stop right now. So wrap it up.
All right.
Love it, love it, love it.
We have now done my literal vision board. We have
Alright.
moved from Gardena. We are now in Culver City. And this is where I will be in 2015.
All right.
Yes.
Good.
That's what's going to happen.
Yay.
And so between that, and I have been speaking all along that journey. And I fully intend to do that throughout 2014. And I'll pass out books to those of you who don't have them yet. But I've passed out books, and that's my top 3 to get that other book. And I'm working on 2, but if I can just get even 1 done, we're good. But to get at least 1 of the 2 books I'm working on done by the end of this year. And those are the top 3. So this is step number 5. So step number 5, I'm going to jump right into it. If I may use you for a moment to hold on to those. Is to hit your stride. Go, be, and do. Hit your stride. Live in everything we've talked about already. And just keep moving. Don't look back. Don't apologize for mistakes you've made. Get excited about the people that you've picked up along the way. And let that be the focus of how you continue to move forward. And always pay it forward. Always share what you've learned along the way with the people that you'll come across. Because they need it. Just like we are where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there, they were supposed to run into you in that moment. They were supposed to hear that lesson. They needed that from you in that moment. So give them that goodness, because that could be the difference, like I shared with my last story. That could be the difference between life and death for them. You don't know. You don't know whose life you're saving every day just by sharing your story. You have no idea. So don't be afraid to share your story. So hit your stride. When you're in this place, you need to set your goals. And my dad was a truck driver, and I recently met a truck driver, Anthony's nephew, and he said something that made sense. When they're driving big rigs, right? So when they're trying to avoid banging up the truck, they're reaching for the goal of not banging up the truck. That goal is get out and look. Isn't that what all our goals are anyway? When you set a goal, you need to get out and look where you are, where you're going, what you need, how fast you're going, if you need to slow down, if you need help. You need to get out and look every step of that goal, because if you don't, that truck is going to bang into something and you're going to be like, oh man, how do I get out of this now? So the nugget for hitting your stride, when you're moving and grooving and you're doing your thing and you're in it and you're moving and you're loving it, don't forget to get out and look. Because without that, you might miss your goal. Or you might forget to count a goal that you've accomplished. So use that as your 5th step to forward movement in 2014. So before we end, I want to make sure you got all your steps and you got your nuggets.
All right.
So, step number 1 is what?
Know your truth.
Your truth. Know your truth and live your truth. And what's the nugget?
Face the beast.
Face the beast. Absolutely. And number 2, what's the second step?
Awareness.
Be present.
Be present and be aware. Absolutely. Live in that. And what's your nugget?
Awareness takes away the fear.
Awareness takes away the fear. What does fear stand for?
False evidence appearing real.
That's one definition. What's the other one I gave you?
Get out and run. Forget everything and run.
Forget everything and run. You don't want to do that.
Forget everything
You
and
don't
run.
want to forget everything and run. You want to face the beast and be present so that all that fear goes away. You don't even need none of that. None of that.
Right.
And step number 3.
Stand firm.
Stand firm. Stand firm. And the nugget?
Don't deviate.
Don't deviate. Thank people for their input and their help and their good thoughts and their attempt to help you on your journey. And take some of it. Some of it you might be able to use. But truly examine where you are trying to get to. And if it does not, or even if you don't think it serves you, you could even be wrong, but that's okay. If you don't feel it serves you in that moment, thank them for their offering and keep on pushing with your plan. Because that, again, whether it flies or falls, that's the lesson you need to keep moving. So you need to do that. Step number 4,
Honor your roots.
honor your roots.
Get where you came from.
Don't forget where you come from, where you started in that journey. And that journey will happen at different stages of your life, so don't forget where you started in that journey. And what's the nugget for that one?
Celebrate your
Celebrate.
progress
Celebrate
with
your
no
progress
judgment.
with no judgment.
judgment.
Absolutely.
Right.
Be kind to you. Use positive words. Love yourself. And our last and final step.
Hit your stride.
Hit
baby.
your stride, baby. Keep on pushing. And what's the nugget on that one?
Goal.
Yeah.
The goal.
Yeah.
Get out and look.
What is your goal? You gotta get out and look. That's it. That is it. So those are your 5. How do you guys feel now? Getting ready to go into 2014. Well, actually, we're in it. It's happening.
We're here, baby.
And we can't even say gonna.
Be
We
aware.
are.
Yeah, right. You gotta be aware.
We are
Right.
happening.
Right. Be aware now.
Yeah.
Right.
It is happening.
Yeah, it is happening.
So thank you
We are in
so
the
much
now.
for sharing my birthday
Thank
with me. And
Thank you
and
so
I
much
hope
for
these
sharing
steps,
your birthday with us.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
hope these steps help you throughout the year. Just remember, just come back to them.
Yeah.
And every time you're kind of like, I don't know. What are the steps? What step am I on? What do I need?
Yeah.
And just remember, it's all about you. You already have the power. You're already what?
Aware.
Awesome and amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
And
Go be you. Yeah.
In the know.
And you're fabulous and
Fabulous and
fantastic.
fantastic.
Y'all are crazy. I love it. Go be do.
Go be do. Go be do.
Go be do. Yeah, exactly. And that's it.
do. I like it.
Go be do. That's it. So with that, that's the end of the speech crawl.
All
Thank
right.
y'all. We got cake and a little bit of bubbly. Toast the new year and my birthday. So
I'm so proud of you, Leslie.
Go
That you
end
did
of the
this.
year,
This is
baby.
bomb.
Taking
I know,
some
right?
off
I
the
love
list.
it.
Woohoo!
You did it.
So what's next for Miss
That's a
Nestle?
huge step.
What's that?
What's
What's
next
next?
for Miss Leslie?
What's next for me? It's the go be do. Go be do.
What you say right now?
It's the go be do. Actually, I am already booked for a couple of speaking engagements. Yeah, one at the beginning of the year and one at the end of the, well, tail end in October.
Yeah.
I was called to, I was interviewed for an online magazine recently, out of the blue. They just found me, they Googled and they found me and they came to me. So that's, again, reassurance and positiveness that what I'm putting out there, people want to hear. And they're seeing it and they're coming to me now, which is great. I mean, I still got to do some more work, but they're starting to come to me, which is nice. So, and that article will come out in March. I'll put it up on my website as to, you know, what the magazine is. It's called The Suit, and it's an online magazine. So my article will be in the March issue. So just go be and do. I mean, I'm working, and so I'm working I'm a trainer. So and my job is also my truth and what I do. And then outside of that, I'm speaking any chance I get, and that's
Right.
it. And next it'll be for dinero. Okay, yeah, exactly.
Right.
So what's your website?
My website is www.softskillsdirect.com. Visit it often because things are going to be moving.
And what's the name of the next book?
The name of the next book, well, there's two. One is Stop Shooting on Yourself. Yeah. Gotta love it. Stop shooting. And the other one, yeah, I'm gonna give away the book. And the other one is My 9 Lives. And so that one's gonna be a little bit more fun. And the most recent book that has come out, thank you guys. You guys are just awesome. I just love you guys so much. Yeah, you're gonna get one of these. The Positive Side of the Bad Stuff is the most recent book, and it is it's available on Amazon.com.
It is.
It's wonderful. I've already gotten some wonderful feedback on it, and it is available today. So check it out. It'll get you some goodness as
There
you
you
go
have
through
it,
that
folks.
journey.
That's right.
All right.
There you have it.
Yay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy birthday.